Good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Rohan Khandelwal, your Marrow Surgery faculty, and it's an absolute honor introducing Dr. Ravi to all of you. He's secured rank 3 in the recently conducted INI-CET exam. But there's a very interesting story, and that is why I want you to listen to this interview. He had a rank of 43 in the last INI-CET exam, but he is fixated on medicine, and medicine closed at 41. So he missed out medicine by 2 ranks, but then he fought back hard, got rank 5 in NEET PG, and now rank 3 in November INI-CET exam. Heartiest congratulations, Dr. Ravi.
Thank you so
Please,
much, sir.
heartiest congratulations. And I mean, has it finally sunk in that you will be getting medicine in the Central Institute now?
Thank you so much, sir. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise. So, Ravi, I mean, how does it feel now that this was always your dream of getting medicine in a Central Institute, and now it's finally going to happen? So, what is the feeling at home?
Uh, Actually, sir, I was surprised by the result also. So I can
Okay.
say this was like an accidental rank. So like when I did get AIR 5 in NEET PG, so I didn't plan to give any further entrance examination.
Hmm.
So kind of NEET PG counseling was delayed again and again. Supreme Court was giving
Right.
the next hearing dates, and like you posted a reel actually. You were
Correct.
saying like INI counseling will happen before NEET PG. So I
And I'm
kind of
sure
thought,
that's going to happen.
yeah, right,
Yes.
sir. So like that reel motivated me ki I can give like there's nothing to lose. I can give my this number INI also. And also I talked to a senior, very dear senior of mine. So he told me ki like you got a great rank in NEET and May INI. So you can definitely try. You have nothing to lose. So I just filled the number INI form on the last date on 18th itself, and like there was
Oh, wow.
Diwali and Diwali, I just like didn't study in that period. I just study for 6 or 7 days before INI, and like I was not expecting this result. I was kind of thinking like I will get around 100, but this is also a surprise for me.
I think so. All toppers say this only. I mean, that, we never prepared. This happened by chance. But I'm sure there is a lot of hard work which has gone in. Your concepts and basics are strong, which is why you could get this. And probably there was no pressure on you this time. You already had rank
Yes,
5. You were getting medicine through NEET PG. So there was no pressure. So you went with an open mind and you got this great rank.
yes, sir. That actually helped. Like while giving to the INA center, like there was nothing on my mind. Okay, I have to score more. I have to get this rank. I was just like I have to attempt these 200 questions and give my best.
How many questions did you attempt?
I attempted 192.
And would that be the same number which you would have attempted in any GT as well?
Yeah, right. Like my target questions, which I attempt in any test or any exam I give, is 190 to 195. I seldom go above 195.
Perfect. So, Dr. Ravi, you're an undergraduate from UCMS. Why don't
Yes.
you tell us about your Marrow journey? When did you start using Marrow Plan C? And how has your journey with Marrow been like?
So I started my PG preparation from my third year.
Mhm.
So I took my Aeroplan C from my third year. Like in the starting, there was nothing like serious PG preparation as such. There was
Mhm.
just like I have to do third year of my subjects and some part of final year subjects as like our seniors and every teachers would tell us. So I
Yeah.
like kind of did third year subjects and like 50% of surgery, medicine,
Mhm.
obs and one or two short subjects from Marrow. So like
Perfect.
in my final year, so there was no excess burden of doing the like 9 subjects for obviously for final pro for obviously for PG preparation. So
Mhm.
like in my final year, I kind of got more serious about my preparation. So I kind of
Mhm.
started doing like MCQ practice with the like topics I read. I completed my all the final year syllabus in my final year from Marrow videos.
Mhm.
Considering the like in the internship at my college, I won't get sufficient time to like see
Time.
the videos in my internship. So I kind of did all the like third and final year till end of my final year. So obviously it helped in my final prof as well. And I had the notes to devise in my internship for the NEET PG preparation.
So you were using printed notes which Marrow had provided.
Uh, it was actually mixed. I made some of the notes, like I made
Mhm.
surgery medicine notes, and some of the
Mhm.
notes like I just used by PDFs.
Perfect. All right. So, Dr. Ravi, when did you start doing MCQs? Was it in pre-final final year, or you did most of your MCQs during internship?
Sir, I did my most of MCQ practice in my final year actually.
Hmm.
So like till the end of final year, I had done my third and final year subjects modules from Marrow.
Okay.
And on my day one of my internship, I just reset all the modules I have done on my like app,
Hmm.
and like it went back to zero, and like I started resolving them from module one. This time I also included first and second year subjects for solving my MCQs also. So at the end of my internship, I think I did like 80% of the all the MCQs.
Hmm. So, what I want to know is that when you solve MCQs during your pre-final final year versus solving MCQs during internship, when you're revising and you have the entire clinical information with you, uh, does that make a difference? Does that make a difference in your preparation or in your results which you get and your understanding of the question?
Right, so like solving an MCQ in my third or final year versus solving an MCQ in my internship are totally different experience for me. So like
Hmm.
in my third or final year, I could give more time to like MCQ reading all the explanation, noting down all the things which is given in explanation. Versus in
Right.
my internship, when I didn't get so much time, I could read and write all the explanation given in the question. I could not spend so much time on like reading all the explanation. Rather, I would use that time to revise my from my notes if I am getting some MCQ wrong.
Okay. So you were selective when you were reading the explanation in during internship rather than pre-final final year where you used to read the entire explanation.
Right, sir.
Okay, perfect. And how did you motivate yourself to be consistent with MCQ practice during internship? Because internship in UCMS can be quite heavy. So how did you maintain that consistency?
So, like solving MCQ practice was just like a challenge to me. At the end of the day, I have to solve like minimum 4 or 5 modules. If I can
Hmm.
go up higher, it was a good thing. So,
Okay.
like my approach was to solving the MCQ was I just did one topic from this subject. I just
Hmm.
opened Marrow and I did the module from that topic. So there were
Okay.
two benefits from this approach, I guess. So with the like when I was solving the MCQ and like reading all the explanation, I did like a comprehensive review of all the topic I have actually read. So
Hmm.
I like my understanding about the topics, the MCQ, it can be made from that topic. So I had understanding of all these things.
That's
And
great.
second thing was that like after reading a topic, if you solve the MCQ, like it like hammers the topic in your brain, so you don't forget easily.
Correct. So that used to be my approach as well. There are two approaches. One is to read and then solve MCQs immediately, like you were doing, or the other one is to read the topic, wait for a few days, and then do MCQs. So both have their merits and demerits. But I think so. Whatever works well for one, they should follow that. When you were watching the videos, any particular faculties whom you could connect with, and you want to do medicine, so I want to hear about how you felt about Dr. Rakesh's videos as well.
Dr. Rakesh videos were literally like he's the person that pushed me towards the medicine. So like in my
Right.
second year, I was really interested in like path. So in my
Hmm.
third year, I started watching Rakesh sir videos, and like that was completely on different level. The like type of understanding the type, like he explains the topic in like patient oriented way, and like what other things like you do not think only in that way. If I'm studying nephro, I'm not only thinking from the nephro point, I'm thinking from an internal medicine person's view. So
Right.
like there was wholesome of like his views, his ideas. The kind of presentation he gave in his video was just awesome. I literally
Mhm.
like he really pushed me to the field of medicine, I would say.
That's great. That's excellent. And Ravi, moving on to GTs, when did you start appearing for grand tests?
Sir, I gave my first GT in my like first month of internship.
Okay.
So my first
And
GT was
what was your frequency?
so I would like give one GT every 2 to 3 weeks.
Two to three weeks.
It would change according to the internship posting I had. Like in some free
Right.
posting, I actually gave like two GTs in a week. Sometimes only one GT I could manage in a month.
Right. What was your GT analysis strategy? Because a lot of students suffer with that.
So while reviewing the GT, I used to do one thing like there are filters after when you review the GT. So I will first apply the filter of like incorrect questions which I got wrong, then the skipped one, and the question which I guessed and I got correct. So
Okay.
like, what was the defect in my like concepts? Is there was anything different line I was thinking while solving the MCQ? Like by guessing, I got the correct, but obviously I don't know the whole concept. That's why
Concept.
it's in the guess section. So like it was in the starting, it was like around 90 to 100 questions like these incorrect or skipped questions. With time, these numbers went down. So most of in the end, most of my questions were correct, and while solving the question, I knew ki, like this concept is required to solve this question. And so if my main focus, my 3 to 4 hours were like solving those MCQs were incorrect or skipped or which I guessed. In the end, if I got like some more time, I used to just go through the like correct one questions. I didn't like to spend so many time in those questions because I already knew the concept.
Fair enough. So you revised it that very day so that you didn't delay it, and first incorrect, then guessed, and then finally, if there was time left, then you had a look at the correct question. So fair enough strategy. Now, one thing which a lot of students struggle with, and the last interview which I took, that person gave a great advice that, if you have a lot of bookmarked MCQs, what was your strategy to reduce those bookmarked MCQs?
So, like any MCQ, which like again came to me, which I have bookmarked in the past, I actually
Hmm.
like try to solve without like seeing the answer. So if I'm getting the right answer, I would remove the bookmark.
Okay.
And there were some questions like I get the gut feeling that this won't come in the exam or this is only a factual based question. So I
Hmm.
would sometimes I would write in my like 20th. There was a separate notebook for my GTs and like my QBank. So I would
Hmm.
like to just wrote down that fact actually. So I had to just revise it before just 1 week before the examination. So
Right.
like I had these questions which I am getting wrong was in a just a couple of pages of my notebook. So I would see just the day before the examination.
Perfect. And so the advice which the last ranker gave was that he made custom modules out of bookmarked MCQs. And then he used to solve those custom modules of bookmarked MCQs and reduce the number of bookmarks. So that's also a great way of reducing bookmarks. So coming to the 20th notebook, which you said, so you made a small notebook which you revised many times before the exam. So coming to this revision strategy, in the last 3 months, how many times? So look, this time you of course told me you didn't prepare well for this INI-CET exam, but let's consider NEET PG. 3 months before NEET PG, how many times did you do revision?
Sir, I guess I did 3 to 4 times revision, like the whole
Hmm.
19 subject syllabus in the like last 3 months before my NEET PG. Like I would
Hmm.
take only 20 to 25 days to complete my syllabus and complete syllabus
How
like whole the syllabus.
how did you do that? Because that is what students struggle with, and they would want to know what did you do in these 20 to 25 days.
So, sir, from the starting of my internship, I just knew I could not read all the syllabus just the one a month before the examination. So I just
Right.
planned my revision from the day one of my internship. So I just kept my main notes in the side. I just bought a new notebook and I used to write like some factual things or the things I will like in the future I will forget. So I just included those things in my like 20th notebook, and like the things which I do not like I do not need in the future because I remember these things, these are common senses, I did not include them in my 20th notebook. So in the
Right.
end, like surgery subjects was like I guess it was completed in 60 pages, so I could revise surgery in like 8 to 9 hours in the end. So I
Perfect.
just
Perfect.
planned my revision from day one of my preparation.
So that's such a beautiful insight into revision. So either you make an effort right from internship or from your final year where you make this separate copy parallelly so that it helps you in the end, or a quick hack if you haven't made it, if you're in your final year of preparation or you're doing your internship already midway through your internship, is that you just click pictures, put them in a Telegram or a WhatsApp group with just you as the participant, and you can just utilize that this and hack and make this notebook quickly. But great insights, and I think so this is something which everyone should do to revise things quickly. um, Dr. Ravi, we've spoken about GTs as well. Were there phases when you thought your GT scores have stagnated? And if there was such phase, what did you do to improve your GT score?
So, sir, this actually quite happened a lot with me. So,
Hmm.
the first GT I gave, I got score of like 130 to 140, and like after 3 to 4 months, I got stagnant at 150. Like how
Okay.
much ever I tried, I didn't get above 150 correct questions. So, like that phase of time, like that phase was really difficult for me. I didn't know what I was doing wrong. Like I am studying like whole the syllabus. I'm like making my concise notes. I'm revising just before giving the GT, but like I could
Hmm.
not get above 150.
Right.
So then I realized the thing, like I haven't like revised the subjects. I was like postponing them. Like community medicine, I was postponing because I was just waiting for the updates. Like updates will come in January. I will study that in January also. So I just realized this mistake. So I kind of did those subjects first, and like there is a subject-wise review of the GT in the app itself. So
Right.
like CM and FMT were in my top bottom, in the bottom of my list. So I used to get very low percentile in those subjects. So I just focused on those things. First of all, I like there is a schema given.
Right.
So I from the QBank I get the idea from the community medicine which topics are asked in GT. So I
Hmm.
just focus on those subjects, and my score was above 150. And the second phase of this also came when I got stagnant at like 165.
Hmm.
So that time, like I had studied all the 90 subjects, I didn't leave any of thing. So kind of this was, but with more GT I gave, the score I used to give, I used to get after like reviewing the GT was 170 above. So like after 170, it was a great score.
But great insights. I think so. That's what we keep on telling everyone, that you need to face your demons, you need to face your weak subjects early on in your preparation. I mean, it's normal human tendency to keep on delaying them till the end, and that end unfortunately never comes. Right? The exam comes, but that time to revise those weak subjects never comes. So you need to face your demons when you have time, your weak subjects, and that is what is going to propel your GT score and your actual rank. Dr. Ravi, what about pearls? How did you utilize marrow pearls?
So Marrow were really helpful, especially during my internship. So like in our internship, when we were posted in emergency for like 12 hour or 24 hour. So like in some duties, we were just sitting on the stool in the emergency room or in the ward. So
Right.
that time Marrow Pulse were really helpful for me. So I
Hmm.
used to just open the Marrow app in my smartphone, and I just like choose a subject and did the pulse from there. So
Great.
obviously it was a revision of that subject for me, and also help to like there are some very important things given in those pulse. You have to focus. They have highlighted those things. So Marrow Pulse were really life saving for me in my internship.
Nice. That's great. So, Dr. Ravi, you've utilized Marrow for a good 2.5 years. What is your favorite part about the Marrow app? And what would be your message to the developers and to the techies who never come in the forefront, but they put their heart and soul into the app? What would be your message to them?
So the favorite thing about the Marrow app is UI. User interface is Marrow is so like it's so simple, yet at the same time it's so effective for a like user, for a
Right.
student like me. So like I can get access to the videos, to the GT, like in a very simple manner. They have given the app, the outlay of the app.
Hmm.
So just there's nothing to advise them. They are great technical people. They have created such beautiful app. So just keep it up. Just keep it up the simplicity and effectiveness of the app.
That's great. So it was great talking to you, Ravi. And any parting thoughts or any words of wisdom for future aspirants who are preparing for the exams?
So for the PG entrance examination, I always say there is only the revision that matters in the final examination. So how much you like in the depth you study one subject doesn't matter in final exam. It's finally the how much times you have revised that subject, because the medicine is all factual. Like more than 80% is factual subjects. So you have to
Right.
like just click the answer in that like that high period in the examination stress. So you have to revise more and more, and you have to plan your revision from the day one of your preparation. You cannot study your whole 19 subject main notes like 1 month before the examination. So you have
Hmm.
to make your own notes or pre-made notes, whatever suits you. And GTs are literally irreplaceable, like in your preparation. If you are not giving GT, might be you are not you are not going in the right direction.
So it is first read the main subjects and then filter it out, but not just go straight away for the revision videos. That would not be your advice, right?
Right, sir.
Perfect. Great. It was great talking to you, Dr. Ravi. All the very best. All of us from the Marrow team are extremely happy about your success. Please congratulate your parents also from our side.
Thank you so much, sir. It was
Thank you.
pleasure talking to you.
Likewise. Thank you. Good night.
Good night.